い機会だし、ガマちゃんにはとっておきの演奏を聴かせてあげる。
Like most anime fans in the West, I felt that 2013 Studio Trigger Kill La Kill was definitely a standout title. While the anime excelled in lewd fan service, it became so popular that no one could possibly ignore it. Thankfully, 6 years later, the IP is still popular, and developer Arc System Works decided to create a fighting game based on that IP. While this is definitely a fighting game at its core, it also has a grasp on what makes the series so popular, the characters, and that's what stands out the most. I'm Azara Lopez, and this is Noisy Pixel's review for Kill La Kill If. Kill La Kill If tells the story of Ryoko and Sasuke. While both characters are remarkably different in terms of personality, their fates end up being tied together like a spool of yarn. Fans will get that one. In the beginning, most of the game's content is locked behind the story mode, which gave me the impression that the game's focus was on the story content, and that set my expectations for the game overall. The story mode of Kill La Kill If is definitely nothing typical to any fighting game that I've ever played to date. You could say that I'm used to short story scenes between characters that can easily be skipped just to get to the next fight. However, Kill La Kill If is heavy on the story to the point where it feels like you're watching the anime. Scenes are lengthy and pretty much retell most of the Kill La Kill story, with some various new scenes that fans will easily spot. However, players who are just here to play a hardcore fighting game might feel a little confused. Through Kill La Kill If's story, it doesn't seem like it wants to be a hardcore fighting game at all. Instead, it feels more like an action game that takes players on a journey through the levels of these characters. It's not uncommon in the game that the player will need to fight up to 50 enemies at once or take on multiple characters in a battle. Additionally, the game even features boss fights to top off each of the characters' route. It's all rather interesting, and what's more interesting is that it works so well. The fighting system in Kill La Kill If is streamlined to be accessible to new fighting game players, but also offers some high-level systems for fighting game fans to dive into. Each character has a range of unique skills and ability that mirror their actions from the source material. However, some characters can simply spam powerful attacks over and over, something that I feel should be addressed later down the line. Combos can be executed with ease, making for some beautifully animated moments of offensive gameplay, but there's also a range of action players can execute in terms of defensive gameplay, such as counters or combo breaks. After completing the story, players earn in-game points to unlock various new items. What's pretty cool here is the game's Diorama Mode, which lets you pose and post the characters and action scenes, or even get a closer look at their, gear. Kill La Kill If is a pretty strange game in that it does its best to satisfy fans of the anime and fans of the fighting game community. However, in the end, just like the anime, this game is pure fan service with all the over-the-top character interactions and zany humor that fans love. While it does have some mechanically sound fighting game systems with a decent balance on offensive and defensive gameplay, Kill La Kill If's choice to lock modes and content behind the story mode proved that this game is for the larger community of fans that enjoy it the most. While the story will take 4 to 5 hours to complete, I did wish that there were additional modes to unlock. However, for what it is, Kill La Kill offers a nice fighting game experience with an awesome story, characters, and presentation to make it all about the fans. Noisy Pixel is giving Kill La Kill If a 7.8 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please read the full review at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.